A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'd like to welcome you to your next weekly dose of classical Arabic poetry. Today I've got a really nice poem for you based upon the topic of hasad. So often we quote poems because they convey what feelings and meanings we have in our heart, but they convey them in much nicer language. And when something's said in a really nice way, it often sticks more in the heart of the person who is listening to it, be that yourself or someone else. When language is done properly and is conveyed nicely, then that meaning can be fed across in a much more powerful way. So I've got a really beautiful poem. And often you find, because there are so many poems and so many poets, that often it'll just be said qila an, that it's not known who the poet is. It might have been taken from one book, or it might have been said by one person, but it's not known who the poet is. So this is a really nice poem. It's not very long. Have a listen, tell me what you think. Bismillah. يا حاسدا لي على نعمتي أتدري على من أسأت الأدب أسأت على الله في حكمه لأنك لم ترضى لي ما وهب فأخزاك ربي بأن زادني وسد عليك وجوه الطلب. Very nice. It really hits you when you kind of have an idea of what it means. So the poet, he says, Ya hasidan li ala ni'mati. He goes, oh you who envies, oh the one who has envy towards me, ala ni'mati, about what has been given to me, about what Allah has given to me, the one who envies me. He's talking directly to that individual. Oh you envious person, Ya hasidan li. He goes, Atadri ala man asat al-adab. Do you know who you offend by having these manners, by having these bad adab towards other people? Do you know who you're offending? He goes, Asat ala Allahi fi hukmihi. You're offending Allah. Why? Fi hukmihi. Because you're offending Him. You're disagreeing with what He has commanded and what He has ordained for the people. He's ordained certain things for certain people. He's promised certain things for certain people. He's granted certain things for certain people. And by you being envious about me, you're offending Allah, because you're saying, I disagree with you. I think this should have been given to me and that should not have been given to him. So he's reminding you, the poet is reminding you, just think, when you envy someone, it's not actually towards that person. You're actually offending the one who gave you that and took this away from you, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He goes, لِأَنَّكَ لَمْ تَرْضَى لِي مَا وَهَبْ. He goes, because you are not satisfied with what has been granted to me. لِأَنَّكَ لَمْ تَرْضَى لِي مَا وَهَبْ. Because you're not satisfied with what Allah has granted to me. And then he goes, think about it like this. He goes, فَأَخْزَاكَ رَبِّي بِأَنْ زَادَنِي. He goes, perhaps it is that Allah might humiliate you with what He has increased me. So the thing is, what I got and you so much desire, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will use that to humiliate you if you had it. You just don't know how these things work. You don't know how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's systems work. فَأَخْزَاكَ. So maybe He will humiliate you, my Lord will humiliate you by what you covet so much from me. وَسَدَّ عَلَيْكَ وُجُوهَ الطَّلَبِ. And the things which you want, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will prevent them from coming to you. He'll cause an obstruction. He'll obstruct them from coming to you. He'll withhold them from you. So really, when we think about those people who are envious and those who want other things, just remember that you're not, the offense is not towards the person, you are offending Allah. And the thing which you want so much from someone, maybe Allah will use it to humiliate you. And the thing which you want, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will prevent you from getting it. So just keep this in mind, and how beautifully a reminder it is when it comes in such eloquent language. So, Jazakumullah khairan, and I'll see you all next week. I'm your brother Akhlaq. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.